I've got 2 drinks I make in the morning. And I put it in the fridge for you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, I can't wait.
I've got it for you. Yeah.
Welcome to Jo on the Go. Here I am today with David Lieber, beautypreneur extraordinaire. Just like the one. Wellnesspreneur extraordinaire.
That sounds better.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Because this man has been in the industry for so long.
Yeah.
And he made Decléor the brand it is today from back in the 70s.
Yes, it was. I have to tell you.
That's in the past.
In the past.
And today he is now co-founder with his wife.
Exactly.
Margot.
Exactly.
The lovely Margot of Slow Aging Essentials.
Totally.
And so, first off, explain slow aging.
Well,
what is the concept?
The concept of slow aging is very straightforward in a way. Is that we're in a modern world. Everything is very fast. Everything is anti-aging. You can't stop aging. So in my life, I've always taken the thoughts and the ideas that we have to be more involved with the natural world. The natural world is going on, and it's going on at its pace. Its pace has been going on for millennia. It doesn't change. The same thing with us. We get older, and as we get older, we have to live with what we've got. Slow doesn't mean to say it's slow. We just say we have to slow down. We slow down with the aging process if we can. We slow down in our lifestyle instead of rushing for everything. And we try to put in pieces in our life that make us more calm in a modern, crazy world we live in.
Wow, in a nutshell.
That's it.
And so, because slow is a big trend now at the moment anyway. Because obviously slow fashion, like, don't keep buying fast fashion, do vintage, etc., etc. But I think people sometimes the idea of slow makes them, particularly with skincare and wellness, it's like, but I need it now. That whole hideous kind of like needing it instantly, and that whole fast approach.
Well, this is a problem. This is a problem we have, and there's so many people that are fall into the trap of thinking that they want to have something instantly, the instant
gratification.
Have something on their face they can change immediately. They want it, but unfortunately, when you fall into that particular world, you in fact end up more unhappy than saying to yourself, hold on, this is what I've got. Let's see if I can make it better. And that's the way to look at it. Make it better what you've got. And you can do that if you have a little bit of understanding and patience, and maybe guidance as well. And maybe as you're talking to me, I can help you with that.
Because also the thing is that David, throughout his career, wow, I mean, you were health clubs, health spas, as well as obviously launching, and key with essential oils, and all your whole attitude to life is very much that wellness. I mean, everyone's talking about it now, but I remember when I knew you back in the 90s, it was like aromatherapy was everything, and like we were all on such a good set, and then suddenly Celebrity Land took over, and nobody cared about this. It was all about this. Still is, but we're trying to get back to it. Is that why now is a good time for you to launch your brand, your new brand?
Look, I thought about this in 2013. Before that, when I was forced to sell the company was sold to a big conglomerate, Sane in Japan, and they were very nice people, and I was their managing director for a few years. But when I left, I said to my wife, I said, darling, if the idea of skincare comes into my mind, I want someone to tie me to a chair for 1 month until the idea goes out of my mind. It never went out of my mind. I kept on thinking. And then I looked into my files at home. It was 2013, and I picked out the formulations that I was always wanting to do.
Right.
And I thought, this is I've always wanted to do this. So a really great man, a doctor of chemistry in the UK. Really nice people.
Yes, made in England.
UK.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, 2 products, not just 2 products, because you've got to have your essential facial oil and your balm. Then I said, what else do we need? And then it developed. It just grew, and now, and I tell you something interesting. originally I was going to call it by my original name, Lieber, which means love, darling. So I thought, oh, it's quite a nice name, but I thought, well, people don't understand that name. And then in my meditation, this is the total truth here. I was meditating, and all of a sudden it came to my mind, slow. It came slow, aging, essentials. That was it. So there you go. And that's slow.
We're going to get inspired by the meditation by this man. I know it shortly. So why do we need to slow down in life today? I know you're saying about our lifestyles, but with skincare, it is that thing of, because your skin, the turnover naturally slows down itself. Isn't that the thing that you kind of want to rev up and like be a bit more speedy in that side? Or am I just taking it too literally there?
No. No. When you're young,
Thank you.
Skin...
Oh, you didn't mean me.
No. You're young.
Oh, I'm not young.
Skin renewal. I'm talking about 20.
Yes.
And so when you're 20 years of age, your skin renewal is 21 days. As we get older, that changes longer and longer to 28, 30, 31, 32. So therefore, the luster in our skin is not the same.
Yes.
We don't have the same. Effects. Our collagen, many aspects of our skin are changing. So we have to know, how can you get that? How can you slow that? Is there a way of bringing part of that back? Of course, we can't get back to 21 days, but you can stop it to a degree.
This gorgeous man, I used to meet him on press trips for Decléor, and that once he gave me lessons in Daoyin, which was a type of
Daoyin.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's actually Daoyin. It's it was more of like a qigong. Qigong means moving energy.
Yes.
So it's more of that type of thing.
And you've trained heavily in this over the years. But how did you first get into that? Because that is the lifestyle concept of slow, isn't it?
Okay. Look, when I was young, I was a bodybuilder.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, I was a bodybuilder.
I'm squealing.
Yeah. I was a bodybuilder, and I came second. I forget in Mr. Amateur.
Did you?
Great Britain.
Love it.
I came second. I was 19.
It's
an amateur thing.
Yeah.
And from there, and unfortunately, I started hearing people taking steroids and things, and I stopped it. I carried on by running and calisthenics and all kinds of things. And I opened a health club in Nottingham. Nottingham's my hometown, which I love. I love Nottingham. I also wanted to do a beauty salon. And for some reason, I liked the idea of beauty. And I used them. That wasn't Decléor in those days, because they didn't have Decléor. And then in 1971, I went to Paris to see about some equipment. And I was going to buy some equipment. And in that equipment company, they said, we're starting a new company. And it's to do with natural products. My ears pricked up. So tell me more. And as soon as they started telling me about it, I fell in love with the concept. And from there onwards, the rest is sort of it evolved.
Yeah. And so, how did you get into the training of
Tai Chi? I started my Tai Chi really in 95. And I've trained 5 days to 6 days a week ever since.
And you do it first thing in the morning?
I like it in the morning.
While most of us are asleep.
Well, I wouldn't say that. No. I think I have breakfast. I like breakfast. No, I like a breakfast first.
Okay. Yeah. And does your wife also practice?
No, she doesn't. No. She's a yoga. My wife.
That's right. She's
a yoga teacher, and she's fantastic. Yeah. And I actually do the yoga as well.
So there must be a lot of breath work going on in your house.
Yeah. Depends if we argue or not.
I won't include my the phrase anti-aging. It's a horrible little one, isn't it?
Well, look, I was as guilty as anybody else with Decléor.
Oh, that's very decent.
I was as guilty as anybody. I was part of the marketing team. What do we need? What do we need to sell? What's the latest thing? I was just as guilty as part of it. I love working with Decléor.
Blameless. I can say this. He's blameless.
I love working with Decléor.
It's beautiful.
And I used to host the international meetings. I used to make them sing. I had to sing. I used to sing. I got everybody singers. I said, a long time ago, in a small town in Germany, There lived a shoemaker, Schumann was his name. Then you play an instrument. He could play the big bass drum, and everybody boom, boom, boom. And all these 70 people around the world all doing a big bass drum. And we used to go, we used to do it. It was so funny. And the point is that we were all in a marketing team, and we wanted to know what's the next thing we could do to sell more products. But now I realise that many of the things they're doing were great. I'm not knocking it. And there's a nice company. I'm not knocking it at all. But it's the industry that everyone's and the accountants and everybody wants more. And we're living in a cycle of everybody thinks you need to sell more. You don't. Less is more. You don't need more. You need less. Less is more, but quality. It's the quality totally is the most important. It's what you put in the bottle. I call it integrity in a bottle. And that's basically what it is.
Don't buy more, buy better.
Better. And also, when you blend, people have got to understand. You know, I see some celebrities and whatever, and they want to put 20 ingredients in a product. But those 20 ingredients don't talk with each other. And the molecules will not absorb. Those molecules have got to talk with each other. That's why you have to, say with aromatherapy and essential oils, you have to use something. If you don't have an incredible nose, and very few of those people, and even those people with a good nose has to be a chemist, you have to have something called chromatographic machine, which actually analyzes the molecules to see that the ingredients in that particular product are really not synthetic, are really top quality. I could go on that all day long, so I won't bore you with that.
But I think people are very confused with naturals anyway.
Of course.
And quite often there are a lot of people out there in the industry who berate essential oils, which is heartbreaking personally.
There is a reason why, because they don't know. That's the reason why.
So what would you say is your top tip to stay calm and sane in a modern world?
For me, personally, I can tell my message. Well, the one thing I would really try for people to do is to start some form of meditation. And I tell you why. Because that is the stepping stone for everything else. Once you understand how to keep the mind calmer and keep calmer, it's the stepping stone of doing the exercise, doing the yoga, or doing the walking, or the eating. It makes you more conscious. So I would say, for me, I would personally think some form of meditation. It doesn't have to be like myself, a meditator. You can meditate in different ways. It's quietness. It's knowing how to be quiet every single day. That's important. Does it make sense?
Yes, no, it does. So, is there one thing that you have in your life that you could take with you, but you literally use to help you find peace?
Well, for me, it's quite easy. Many years ago, I went to the Tibet shop in London. I don't know if it still exists. And there I saw what they call tingche, chimes. And to find the right chime that resonates to your heart, you just ding.
Would you try them all out?
Yeah.
Till you find the one?
Yeah. And it's the sound, it resonates. Because I do them in my meditation in the morning. So on holiday, wherever, you would just hear that lovely sound because you want your mind to be still. So to get the mind really still and to listen, then when you ring the chimes resonate this lovely sound, and the sound disappears. As it fades away, you go into your meditation, and that's really lovely. And it's that's
going into one just listening to
you. In the qigong I do, you start off. Of course, you always start off with you roll your tongue on the top and the roof of your mouth a few times. That helps you to calm down. But then you come out. You do your breathing, and then there's three. You do. First one is called song. You go song, and you imagine the sound coming from here all the way out as far as you can. You do that 3 times. That means that in Chinese that means relax. The next thing, you go down to your heart. You go jing, and you make that sound jing. That means quiet. So then you're now relax. You're quietening your heart, and then you go Gong. That comes from your abdomen, or from the digestive area, and you're taking it out. Now when you do it for a long time, you can actually feel little buzzing here. You can feel here. You can feel here. So the Gong means empty. So relax, quiet, empty, and that's how you start your Qigong. It's really interesting.
It's nice. I've gone again.
Sorry.
Do you think stress is our modern age?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's stress, yeah.
And do you think, therefore, that a more meditative lifestyle is the
If you
key
can,
to agelessness?
it helps without question. If you can, without question.
We're going to look in these bags.
Go on.
Dum dum dum. Oh, don't you love the sound? It's like a precious bag of glass gorgeousness.
Go on.
So tell me about. So this is the wonderful slow aging brand, which I'm very, very keen. The smells are amazing. Very, very beautiful, pure essential oil aromas, which I'm a huge fan of. And I love the glass. Tell me about the glass, because
the reason why that glass is the glass, in fact, it's a glass that doesn't allow ultraviolet light to go through. Ultraviolet light degrades natural products. These are all natural products that we have. So with essential oils, that one you have in your hand is being made maybe 6 months ago.
Oh yes.
I'll show you.
The original prototype. This is a good story. I like this.
The prototype, which I've got in this little bag.
Because he has his own little bag.
Yeah, right, of course. Can't just allow you to have a bag. It's always the last one, isn't it? It's always the last one. There we go.
There we go. The original.
Okay.
Here's one he prepared earlier. How long ago?
This one, look, it's got my name on it.
David Lieber.
So that's it.
Monsieur Lieber.
That's the proof. This one was made when 2015. Well, I mean,
5 years ago.
5 years ago. And it's the same formulation, exactly. It's been in this, and I have a few that we kept purely as as samples to remind us. Now look, smell that one there. Smell that one there.
Identical.
Identical.
Look at that.
That's it.
Ne'er touched by human hands.
And the whole point about it is that it retains its quality. It retains the quality. Now, with this particular product you've got here, you would only use this 3 times at the most a week at night time. We don't believe at all with any form of cream on your face at night or anything like that.
Good.
Why? Because your skin needs to breathe. Your body needs to breathe. You need to, in fact, we're losing cells all the time from our body. The skin is our most important, is the largest organ in our body. So, and the
organ of detoxification.
And detoxification, exactly right. Exactly. So, yeah, we use that 3 times a week, but you would use that after using the essential oil for the face.
Yes, I used that this morning actually.
Yeah. Can I
Essence.
When you use that, the whole point is, I don't like anything to do with equipment. Use your hands, and we show you the meridians. All right. So this is something I do every morning. Can I show you or not?
Oh, please.
Okay. In the morning.
A bit of a tutorial.
Okay. So in the morning, what I do. This is what I do in the morning. Here, we take the hands here, up through the nose, take them through here, to the top of the forehead there, and up, all the time. I do it you can do as many times as you want. I do 10 in the morning. Why? It's because you're relating to the areas of your digestion, you're talking about areas of your kidneys, etc. Everything on our body, every part of our body relates to other parts of the body. And what we talk about, meridians. Meridians are the Chinese philosophy or medical TCM traditional Chinese medicine, and where there are channels. These energy channels go through our body. They relate to every organ of the body. And what we need to do is to unblock those organs, unblock the energy. When you do this, then in fact you start to feel more relaxed. Then the other one we do is this one here. You come up the side of the face to here and back and down, using the thumb from here all the time, going up and down. Okay. Again, using many different. You're activating many meridians in the body. Then the next one here, you cross over here through the eyebrow across. You don't have to do many. It takes me actually about 2 minutes at the top end to do it. And then the other one we do, I just take my hands through my hair, through here like this. I do that, and I do that maybe 5 times in the morning. Then after I've done that, that opens up meridians. You have the 12 meridian channels going through the whole body. And then after that, I would then do a little bit more. I do a little circle around here. Just you don't press anything. You do a circle, and I open here. There.
And it's quite a light pressure.
Yeah. There. Here. Then you do the ears.
I knew the ears were going to come into it.
Oh, very important.
Very important.
Very important. The Chinese say your ears are the same shape as a baby is inside the womb. Think about it, the shape here, then think of the baby inside the baby. Think about it. Yeah. That's interesting. And then at the back here, the back on the nape of the back, right there, okay, and the nape of the back with both hands, and I do that in the morning. And then I do other things as well, it doesn't matter. But the point is that we teach all this type of thing as well. Online, we're doing it.
Okay.
So we teach all of it. So people can actually see it and they can follow it.
Yeah.
And it's really, and it helps them. This is all part and parcel of opening. This is all part and parcel of slow aging. This is, it's the products plus what you do with your hands and what else. You know, everything else, lifestyle.
And you like that with the essence?
Oh yeah, the essence.
Yes.
Have you got the essence
I've
here?
got the essence.
Oh, yeah.
I love the essence. What are the key ingredients in the essence?
So we've got rosemary, we've got chamomile, some of the. But this, see, it's not just see.
I want that back.
You could take rosemary. You can take different ingredients. Oh, this does this. This does that. But that's not what it's for. It's the combination has another effect. That's the whole point. And this is for every essential oil. This has 3% of essential oils in. Then you have the carrier oil. It's so important. It's noisette. So it's hazelnut. Why? Because it's so fine. Not only is it fine to penetrate the skin, the epidermis, to the epidermis.
Oh, it was incredible. I used it this morning. It's the most incredible
Well, I can see by the way your skin. Do you know why? Your skin is glowing.
Thank you.
It's glowing.
Thanks to you.
And also, it's a pleasure. The nice thing about this as well is that because every single the product has every essential oil is antibacterial, antiseptic. Now, when you think about what we have, two types of environment. You have the environment outside, and the world knows now about the environment. I don't have to say anything about the environment, about what is going wrong, etc. But we have our internal environment. Now that's what people have got to be aware of, is the internal environment. How do we stop free radicals? Free radicals are to do with oxygenation, when the oxygen in fact breaks down, and and what creates free radicals are stress can create free radicals, bad eating can create free radicals, many things. So what we're doing with this, because the penetration is so deep into the skin, it is so deep that it goes down to the fact where it's going down to the level where the cells are renewing every single day throughout the night. Those cells are renewing. But if they're living in a nice atmosphere, in other words, they're living in a clean atmosphere, antibacterial, antiseptic area, where everything is so really, it's happy, let's call it happy, then the skin, when you wake up in the morning, your skin looks better, it feels better, and it starts to slow the aging process. Slow, and that's what it does. Look.
It's all about creating a happy environment for the cells, isn't it? Feel and smell your way to contentedness.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
Of course, yeah. And that's one, and of course the aromatherapy oils, olfactory sensors.
Yes.
That's what it does.
In fact, right now, which is so ridiculous considering how old aromatherapy is a new trend.
Think about this with why essential oils are so interesting. We have lived next to plants through the story of mankind, through millennium. We've lived through that. We've worked next to it. We've watched the plants. We've eaten plants or we've eaten fruits. That's how we have developed. The synergy between us and plants is perfect. It's a perfect synergy. So therefore, it's only common sense if you have the right things. I'm not talking about if you have you're eating the right things or you're putting the right things on your products, the right ingredients. It's that we're going to blossom. We're going to be like another plant, like in the spring. We're going to flourish. And if people realize they can flourish as well, be patient, be slow, then it will happen for them. It will happen.
I like that. Good ending.
Okay, leave it at that.
Thank you darling David. So lovely to see you.
You too.
So
It's
lovely
a
to
long
see you.
time.
Genuinely, truly, this man has been in my heart throughout my entire career in beauty and well-being, and it's true. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the love. And do visit my lifestyle website, jogbliving.com, where you'll find our candles and blog and more exciting things to come. The link is below.